Our coaching staff was pleased with the 2015 season. Obviously, when you look back at any season, there's things you would like to improve on and like to change, and we're working in the off-season to do some of those things. In the past, I've been a part of 4 conference championship teams, and looking back on those seasons, there were things we would like to change. So obviously, there's things we would like to change from 2015. But if you'd told me we were going to play as many young players as we played, and we were going to win 6 ball games, win 5 in a row at one point, and be 6-1, be getting some votes for top 25 in the country, I would have been very pleased with that, and we are pleased with our progress so far. The thing that'll stand out to me most about the 2015 season is that group of 11 seniors and everything they endured in their 4 years here, and being the group that turned it around and left this program headed on the right track and with a winning season.
Your players collected numerous postseason honors following the season. What are your thoughts?
We were pleased with the postseason honors, winning the most games that Frostburg had won since 1999, the best winning percentage, I should say. There were more postseason honors to go around than there have been in the past. Will Sewell had a great junior season for us, playing defensive end, and he's first team all-conference. Roland Kamara is as good an interior defensive lineman as there is in this conference, and he's first team all-conference. Solomon Rydell got all-conference honors at the cornerback position. Rowan Pinkett got all conference honors at the linebacker position. Both Solomon and Rowan had great careers here, and they were deserving of those honors. Lyle Fugate had a good junior season, junior season, and he got all conference honors, and he deserved them. We turned around on the offensive side of the ball, and Jake Townsend got some all conference honors at left tackle. And then we took home some Player of the Year awards. Our Freshman of the Year, our quarterback Connor Cox, and we're pleased with that. We've got Connor back for the next 3 years, and we expect him to progress and improve, and we're excited about him in the future. And then Austin Bonza was a Special Teams Player of the Year, and was a much deserving award for him. Anytime you return as many big punts as he did in the season, he was deserving of that honor. Also, the other 10 guys on our punt return team that blocked very, very well throughout the entire season, they were all deserving of that award.
Now, we talked about your player honors. Kind of talk about your coaching honor. For the second time, you and your staff were selected for the D3 Senior Bowl. What was that experience like?
Got a phone call a week after the season asking us if we would consider coming down and coaching in the D3 Senior Classic, and we accepted. We were happy to accept. It's the second time that our staff has went down and coached. We went down in 2012 and coached in the D3 Senior Classic also. It was kind of unique in the fact that in 2012 I wanted to see if our players at that time matched up with the best players from across the country. This year I wanted to see the same thing. Or do our players at Frostburg match up with the best players from across the country? And we get there and we have 4 really, really fast practices, and then we play the game. So you don't get an entire week, but you get enough football to actually understand where your guys stack up with the rest of the players. We were excited. Roland Kamara played very, very well at the nose guard position. 4 tackles, 2 QB hurries, and a sack and a half in the game. He did very well, and he matches up with the best the country has to offer. Mike Ambrose and Miles Burgess did a great job at the wide receiver positions, and also did a great job on special teams. It was a bad coaching on my part. We never played Miles on kickoff team here in the 2 years that I coached him. We put him on the kickoff team for the D3 Senior Classic, and he runs down the first 2 kickoffs of the game and makes the solo tackles. He had a big 40-yard catch during the game, and then Mike Ambrose had 2 catches for 40-some yards during the game and did a really nice job at the wide receiver position. I was excited to coach in the game. I'm more excited to see those 3 seniors get to play one more time.
Obviously, your focus has shifted to recruiting this time of the year. How do you think that's going?
We think our recruiting is great, and I'll go back a couple of years. We got here this time 2 years ago, so we were able to put our stamp on the last half of that coaching of that 2014 recruiting class, and we thought that was a really, really good recruiting class. Our goal since then has been to improve upon it a little bit each year. Our 2015 recruiting class, I think, is probably the best in school history to this point, and we're excited about it and where they are and where they're going. A good group of players, not to mention there hadn't been any attrition. That they've all done well in the classroom, and they're sticking with the plan and staying here. They're all in the weight room today and getting better as we speak, and excited about them. Well, this year we had the task of trying to top the 2014-2015 recruiting classes, and our mid-year class our mid-year class. We brought in 10 young men after the Christmas break. We think 5 or 6 of those young men are going to help us immediately. We think they're difference makers in our football program. So excited about that because it's the best mid-year class that I've ever had as a head coach, and this will be my 8th season, I believe. Now, on to our 2016 recruiting class. We're going to bring in 45 young men in August, and we're excited about all 45 of them, but we haven't gotten there yet. We've got 22 commitments as we sit here and talk today. Of those 22 young men, we think all 22 young men are the caliber of player that's going to come in here and be a good character guy. They're going to get a 4-year degree from Frostburg State, and we're going to win a couple conference titles with them. So I'm over the moon excited about this recruiting class.
Spring practice is quickly approaching. What are you most excited for?
Yeah, we finished the season the 2nd week in November, and then phone calls and letters and emails for 4, 5, 6 months, waiting and waiting and waiting until we can get back onto the football field. So it's now the middle of February. I'm about to bust at the seams for the opportunity to get back on the football field and have spring football. The thing I'm most excited about is this will be our 3rd spring with them. We've been through 2 complete spring footballs. We've been through 2 complete seasons, falls with the young men. Our juniors and seniors should be it should be a well-oiled machine. They should understand exactly what we're going to expect from them from a coaching staff standpoint. Our coaching staff hadn't turned over in the 2 years we've been here, which is a great thing. It tells you about the quality of living in this town and how good the administration is to us and the type of kids that we're getting to work with here. Our coordinators are the same, our position coaches are the same. So the young men at each position this spring should know exactly what we're expecting of them. We should be able to hit the field on Monday, April the 4th for the first day of spring ball, full speed. Whereas the last 2 springs, it's taken us a little bit of an adjustment period for them to understand what we expect again and to get rolling. I expect us to be light years ahead of where we've been the last couple of years.